كتاب الله دستوري وخير الخلق أسوتنا
بسنته انجلى نوري لهدي الحق أرشدنا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There are thousands of narrations that have been attributed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We call these narrations ahadith, which is the plural of hadith. The many different ahadith that we have today help make up what we call the tradition and the way of life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is otherwise known in Arabic as the Sunnah. The Sunnah helps give Muslims guidance for success in this life and the next, inshallah. But out of the thousands of ahadith that we have to help us understand the Sunnah, the great scholar Imam al-Shafi'i says there is one specific hadith which makes up 1/3 of all of religious knowledge, and that is the hadith of Umar ibn Khattab, in which he reports that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam once said, "Indeed, actions are based on their intentions, and everyone will be rewarded for whatever they intended. So whoever migrated for the sake of Allah and His Messenger, then his migration is for Allah and His Messenger. And whoever migrated for worldly gain or to go get married to someone, then their migration is for whatever they migrated for." This is a famous hadith. In fact, it is a hadith which starts almost every single hadith book ever written. The first part of the hadith is clear for the most part. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is basically telling us that if you have a good intention, meaning your intention is to please God instead of pleasing the people, then you will get fully rewarded for whatever good deeds you do, and that reward will come from God. But if your intention in doing good is to please the people, then your reward isn't coming from God because you're not doing it for His sake. Your reward will come from the people in praise and gratitude and all that good stuff, because you're doing it for the people. In the second part of the hadith, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells us about the migration from Mecca to Medina. This migration was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, action that any of the early companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam performed during their lifetimes. It was a time of great sacrifice, and it was something that was known to be greatly rewarded by Allah Azza wa Jal. But the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam heard of some companions that may have migrated not purely for the sake of God, but they migrated because of some worldly gain. And one companion specific is recorded to have migrated because he wanted to get married to a lady in Medina. So that is why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made it clear that if your migration was for the sake of God and His Messenger, your reward is strictly with God and His Messenger. But if your migration was for worldly gain or anything else, then you're going to get your reward in this life. Your migration is for attaining that reward right now. Some scholars say that it is important to start not just any hadith book, but any Islamic book with this hadith, to help pretty much set the tone from the very beginning and to help purify the intentions of the author. And that is why I feel like it's important for me to use this hadith to start off my series, my journey on YouTube. And I hope that Allah Azza wa Jal accepts this from me and helps me keep my intentions pure and strong for His sake alone, inshallah. I'd like to remind everyone to please subscribe, please share this video with your friends, and Jazakumullahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.